following video contains spoilers, sarcasm, lies, exaggeration, drug references, unhinged ranting, crude humor, sex jokes, disregard for canon, and a lack of concern for your political beliefs.
Honestly, I don't take myself too seriously, and neither should you. Here's everything you need to know. Owl House is an isekai. If you don't know what that means, congratulations, you're not a weeb. But we'll get you there. Isekai is pretty much wish fulfillment, where a normal person suddenly finds themselves in a new magical world. This one is Flapjack meets Little Witch Academia, and that's horrifyingly awesome. The normal person of this story is Luce, who is the answer to everyone's question, what would Lilo be like if she was a Hispanic teen? Luce wants to be a witch and indentures herself to the first strange old lady with a magic STD she meets. Ida's great though. There's also King. King is just Lad the Impaler if Lad was a plushie. They all live together in the Owl House. There's a school that will eventually become relevant, but not this episode. Adventures in the Elements. 2 girls, 1 wand, with twins, ice cold witch, and delightful mass murder. The story starts with Luce the human being excited for non-turf Hogwarts, where she won't learn anything. But she's pumped to finally get out of the house, and I can relate. Best character Ida reappears.
Hey freeloaders, guess what today is?
And if you wonder why she sounds familiar,
So, remind me again how you're related to Pacha.
Why, I'm his third cousin's brother's wife's step-niece's great aunt.
you're welcome. Ida is rolling around in Muggle junk. It's a hoarder thing, don't question it. Everyone is excitedly ignoring the problem except for Luce, she's just being a nerd. Granny has been to overhyped high school and doesn't care for it. Luce remembers there is a ship she needs to go fuel, heading out to get her book back from Amity, the rival turned friend, who may or may not become part of Disney's first gay couple that isn't cringe, token, or relegated to Twitter. Before the ship can leave the port, the Tornado Twins get in the way. These are Amity's older siblings. If asshole cats could be humans, they'd be them. Or Team Rocket. I haven't made up my mind yet. These two share a strong love of powerful female witches. And they like the book too. Nemo is pumped for her first day of school, but Brown Roots brings up the glaring issue that she needs to know 2 spells to be in the same class as her. And Luce only knows Mage Light.
The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Doesn't want to look dumb in front of her crush, so Luce pulls a hasty retreat back home, where her master is remaking Sasha's party to add that, just to get that extra fear in the flavor. Luce needs more magic that isn't bottom tier alteration. Definitely smokes weed. Ida agrees to take her to the knee to learn something new. Human is excited and death prone. Green-haired teens are also here. Let the embarrassment begin. On both sides. Because it's a kids' TV show and there is nothing kids relate to more than being embarrassed by their family. Amity Phantom is practicing spells with her wand. Luce thinks she's learning nothing. Back at the Owl House, King is stuck hanging out with the show's Meg. His name is Hootie and he doesn't deserve all this hate. Cubone decides to make his own version of Toy Story with predictable results. Cutting back to the plot you care about, Luce is over the jerk-around mentoring style. The old listen to nature chestnut has driven Luce insane. Talking to her hands, she decides that the best thing to do is to steal someone else's property. Not a good long-term plan. But what 14-year-old ever thinks that far ahead? Taking the wand, she nearly starts having fun till the hypocrite lectures her about taking the easy way out. Ida is lazy incarnate, so Luce doesn't listen to a word she says, but does succeed at starting a fire. And I gotta admit, she's got amazing accuracy, nailing the only monster in a 20-mile radius. Ida starts realizing that this whole mentor thing might get her killed. Can't let her ward die though, and gets captured instead. The Greens pop back into the story to feel betrayed and be useless. Twins get swiped, and before we get to the darkest hour, we got checked back in with Toys Gone Wild, where Lotso has decided to start a coup. Back in the mountain, teen drama has never been this adorable, with Amity locking Luce in a pink prison to keep her safe. During the timeout, Luce finally decides to give the universe a listen and gets a new spell, an ice trap card. Getting out of the cage and possibly breaking a hip, we again cut to the house where King has to suck up to Hootie for help, and together, they murder King's creations. Finally, a Toy Story sequel I want to watch. In the Wampa Cave, a vegetarian the Beast is not, but have no fear, the tween is here. Lamity teams up to save their pain-in-the-neck family, despite strong reasons not to. Luce leads the Beast away while Amity dips down to use magic without a wand and frees the elderly. Luce launches a spider yeti, but we gotta be reminded what a badass Ida is, who's able to knock the Beast out with ease. Family-approved touching happens. The girls will be in the same class together. Can't wait to see how that turns out. Eating themselves home, they find out the Owl House has turned into a toy massacre. And of all the ways they could have ended this episode, they picked the best one.
I will be haunted by my actions forever. Hoot hoot!
Alright, that was episode 12 of The Owl House. Thank you all for watching. This has been interesting because I really been wanting to talk about this series, but I've been juggling a lot of projects. For next week's episode, expect the sarcastic summary to include the review. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Blah, 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 blah. Do everything. Notification button. Peace out. You're the best.